Good morning. It's way too early, and here's the cool construction site. Look at that. How's that to start your day? It used to be a farm type thing, but they're building a house there, so that's cool. Let me see if I have chat up and everything like that. I got basically zero sleep last night, so typically chat should be on like the left there, but I don't see it. Somebody send a message. So we're just gonna take a walk down that way towards the hill over there. There's a temple, and then up a little bit and then down to the river. And then we'll talk about how you can do this all without ever getting arrested. Won't that be fun? Can you imagine? Yo, what up? The plan for today's stream is to stream in Japan. Cat! Look, there's a cat. Hey, buddy. Hey, guy. Never mind. I got derailed. There's a cat. Hey, guy. Come here. Psst, psst, psst. Oh, skittish. I got derailed by a cat. I've seen that cat around. He stares at the window at my cats. A lot. But the plan for this stream is to do the whole live stream in Japan, and we won't steal anything. We won't bother anyone. We won't get arrested. We won't disrupt any businesses. And let me think, what else won't we do? We won't break into anything. It might be tough, but I think I can do it. I think I'm up to the challenge of not doing any of those things. I think it is possible. If you really put your mind to it, you should be able to not get arrested while in Japan. It's quite the ordeal. Oh, and to clear up, if anybody thought that Johnny was getting 5 years in prison, that hasn't been confirmed yet. So that's not the way the Japanese justice system works. He's still in prison, or not prison. He's still in jail, and he'll be in jail for the next another 23 days, and then they won't say anything. It'll be like impossible to get any information from them regarding his whereabouts. So we're just gonna walk. There'll be a lot of people walking their dogs early in the morning out here in the countryside, so we'll try to not be a nuisance to everyone. The fields here are regrowing. They already did the first harvest for rice, but there'll be a second one, I think. Yeah. How are you guys? I'm very tired. I didn't sleep at all. Or very little. Also, what's up, Nerd Wonder? And Laserfisk. We're just gonna walk this way. It is somewhat unfortunate that all of these YouTubers are getting attention for being obnoxious. Yo, what up, Patch? Elbow cough? Why would you elbow cough? I don't understand. These guys are getting attention for being obnoxious when you could actually do all sorts of cool stuff in Japan without being obnoxious. I got excited for a minute about the fake headline about Jolly Smith. Yeah, I mean, it's not unreasonable. There's probably the reason why they had that headline is because somebody looked up the statute of like what he was arrested for and the maximum time that he could get and assumed that because he hasn't been released he's being charged, but that's not how it goes. So what they're doing is they've got him arrested where they can hold him for 23 days, and then they will be trying to get him to sign something that says I did it, a confession. He probably won't sign it, knowing him. And to be honest, like with the Japanese justice system, you don't want to sign anything anyway. So they'll just keep holding him for 23 days and then rearrest him. Yeah. And so they will keep charging him over and over. There's some limit to like how long they can hold him on each new charge without like actually charging him or letting him go. But not to burst everybody's bubble, but I assume it would be pretty extraordinary if he was actually sentenced to prison. Assuming it's like his first, like technically it is his first offense. So he will probably just be deported. But you don't even want to be there for 23 days in Japanese prison, like in Japanese jail. It's not, like compared to American jail, it's not nice. I'm just trying to give like accurate information. And those guys who did like the riding the train for free thing, they're probably going to get away scot-free because there's a couple of things that they could have done that would have made it less. Check it out, vending machines. These ones are very normal. 6 out of 10. Oh, somebody on a motorcycle. There's a couple of things that they could have done to actually make what they did not illegal. It's possible that they bought train tickets and just didn't tell anybody if they were smart, which they don't seem very smart, but it's possible. But if they really just like basically broke onto a train, that would be very stupid. We're gonna walk up here. It's a cool local shrine that goes up into the woods a little bit. But it's not only because they cost Japan. It won't cost them much in tax dollars. It's nothing compared to the States. Like, it is stark. Like, Japanese prison and Japanese jail is not a joke. It's very much like brutal. It's not easy. Like, I guess to get to the meat of what we're talking about today, it's actually pretty easy to avoid getting arrested in Japan, surprisingly enough. Like, it's not like Singapore or any of those other Asian countries where there's some weird esoteric rules where you could get into trouble without realizing it. Japan is very similar to America, but there are a lot of like nuisance rules that they will get you with. Like, they got Salami with them because he was a normal person wouldn't be charged with them, but because he's being obnoxious, they'll find a way to charge you with them, right? So, like, causing a public disturbance is extremely broad and vague. And so that's what they got him with. But there's some filming rules, like if you notice whenever I'm walking around, like I avoid people's faces. I don't avoid crowds necessarily, but I avoid people's faces. That's because you can film crowds, but you can't single out people. So you can't like pick somebody out of a crowd and like follow them around regardless. Typically, you need permission to film inside businesses as well. But that's also kind of lax. Like, as long as you're not a jerk about it, it's normally fine. Let's see. But if I walk into a convenience store or something, I'll ask them before I do something. This place is cool. So like somewhere like here, it's totally fine to film. There's nobody around. I'm not focusing on anybody. I haven't opened any doors. I'm just looking around. creepy, weird doll. That's not a normal fixture at temples. I don't know what that is. That's weird. That's a little weird. But like, you have to be some kind of special level of stupid to film yourself committing crimes in Japan. Like, they make it so easy. Nice, Patch. Nah, that's just you. It's only your footage that's haunted. They make it so incredibly easy to like get around in Japan, walk neat places, do whatever you want to do. And then these guys decide to treat it like a theme park rather than an actual country. And I think that's what bothers me most compared to anything else. It's the fact that people treat Japan like a theme park. Like, nobody would do that in like New York City or Florida or some random place, but it's because it's wacky Japan. It's just like my anime country. Like, fuck off, go home, leave. It's not a like theme park. There's a lot of tourists like that. Well, not that bad. Like, most tourists aren't that bad, but you do get a lot of people who treat, like Akihabara or Harajuku, places like that, like they're not real places where people like live and work. Like, the country was not built for your amusement. It's a real place. Ooh, let me see if I can get that. Is that a hummingbird? I think that is a hummingbird. No, he's really fast. Probably doesn't show up on camera. You guys see that? Look at that hummingbird. That's pretty rare. Oh yeah, look. Oh, there he is. And buzzed me. Yeah. This place to go street racing? Yeah, that's true. That's funny because I stumbled on those initial D roads without even realizing it. Like, I didn't know. I was just looking for cool places for me and my dad to ride motorcycles, but apparently the road that I picked was an initial D track. So that was cool. I have like 5 hours of video that I need to edit. I think I talked about it on the last live stream, but that was while riding, and I think it cut out a lot. But I have like 5 hours of 4K video, motorcycle video, to edit. A lot of it was like initial D stuff. What was that? Yeah. I mean, it is cool. We're gonna walk down to the river now. But yeah, so those guys who hopped the train turnstiles, like, that's the thing. People were wondering, or I saw a lot of comments online like, how do you even get away with that? Like, why didn't they stop you? And it's because there's a lot of just trust in Japan, like a lot of things that people do here because they expect you to respect the social norms, right? So I'm switching arms because my arm's getting tired because I didn't sleep and I'm trying to stay awake. But like, people expect you to yeah, editing hell. I need to get better at editing, or like editing quickly. I still have the canyoning video to do, but anyway, people expect you to follow like social norms. Like, that's why there's vending machines everywhere, because nobody breaks into them, because you don't do that, right? Like, my local station here, it's a small station. There's no gates on it. There's nothing stopping you from just like walking out, right? You could just leave. You could get on and get off without ever going through a gate, but people don't do that because you don't do that. It's understood. There's totally unmanned stations where you just put the ticket in a box and everyone does it. So when guys like that come to Japan, they're running their extreme sense of entitlement up against Japan's extreme level of social cohesion, and it's very easy for them to take advantage of it because, like, the train conductors, they're not jaded and expecting people to just like be trying to ride for free. Nobody does that. Like, I've left a bag like this bag that I've got on with documents like a laptop, my passport, on the train and forgot it. And then the next stop, when I realized it, I got off, called, like, went up to the place, told them, and then they phoned the train driver, and then I waited like 30 minutes for it to get to a place where they could get it, and then they just got it for me. No one would ever steal it. You would be like shocked if that happened. Like, somebody stealing your stuff would be shocking. And so these guys who do this like riding for free or Johnny Salami, like walking into places, people don't want to be confrontational because they don't assume that somebody's acting with bad intentions. Now, I'm not saying this like Japan is super amazing and, you know, it's so much better than everywhere else, because there is the negative side of social cohesion, which is there's a lot of unspoken social rules that are silly and you're expected to not break them regardless, you know. So like a lot of the bureaucracy, a lot of when you like do paperwork or anything like that for actually living here, that's when you run into it. But as far as those train guys go, I don't think they're going to run into any issues. I'm pretty sure they already left. Yeah, like after work drinking, like that kind of obligation, or like doing overtime, right? Like that kind of obligation is the same level of social pressure as everything else. So for the same reason that people feel the need to go drinking with their boss after work is the same reason that people, you know, won't pay for a train ticket, or like masks here. You know, regardless of your opinion on masks, there were never any mask mandates in Japan. There were never any fines or legal penalties or anything. But the government just said, you should wear a mask. And then most everybody said, okay. And they are still wearing masks to this day. Like, even now, you will still see people sitting in their cars alone wearing masks because they don't want to be seen not wearing one, because the social pressure is that strong. Like, that's the level of social pressure that people deal with in Japan. Ahead of the curve. Now, it's kind of crazy. That's like what happens. But yeah, let me think. Other ways to not get arrested. Well, for one thing, nice bike. You definitely can't follow traffic rules. Because if you follow traffic rules, you will run into problems because nobody follows the traffic rules here. That's one thing that is very odd, is Japan typically prides itself on like following the rules and all that kind of stuff, but when it comes to traffic, I get tailgated going 20 above the speed limit. Not that I've ever gone 20 above the speed limit. That's just an example. I would never actually break a traffic law on camera, of course. Like, well, but that's the thing is I don't blame them because the speed limits here are so slow. So slow. Like, look, there's 30 kilometers an hour. So this is like a little in-town street, 30 kilometers an hour. That's like what, 12, 15 miles an hour, something like that? Maybe? I think a street like this would be 25 in the States, minimum. But that 30, it doesn't get much faster than that. You get out onto a country road, it'll be 40 kilometers an hour. On like an open country road will be like 40 kilometers an hour speed limit. And then if you get out onto the quote unquote highway, like the highway that you pay extra to get on, like it's called the Kosokudoro, like the high speed road, literally. 80 kilometers an hour is the speed limit. Everybody does 120, 100, 120. So you get passed otherwise. But the speed limit as posted is 80, which is insane. Like, absolutely nuts. Now this should be nice. We're gonna cross the bridge and then walk along the road. People walking their dogs. Right? Like, it's insanely slow. So if there's one thing that you can do to avoid getting arrested in Japan, it's definitely not follow traffic laws, because there's nothing you can do about it. Like, you will need to speed no matter what. Oh, you can see Mount Fuji there in the distance. Surprisingly clear. It was really foggy this morning. I didn't think you'd be able to see it, but you guys see that? That's Fuji. A little bit of snow on the top. We're gonna walk down this way a bit more. Probably keep this stream kind of short this morning. I would say the best ways to not, what was that? Frank Reynolds? Oh, wait. I can't, like, that my screen is too dark. I have to get really close to try and read what you posted, Patch. Yes. Yeah, there's nice view of Fuji from here. Some nice burbs. Look at the burb. Look at him go. So thankfully, I'm pretty sure I'm the only person who like live streams out here, because it's a nice, quiet town. And that's the thing, I really like to do more live streams in these kinds of places, because I feel like everyone just goes to Harajuku, Tokyo, whatever, which are nice, but like, look at the nice mountain background here. Got the river, you got Mount Fuji. I really just need to get better internet, or like cellular bonding, or whatever it is. So of course, I'm super happy about all of the people who are out here making live streamers look like absolute dickheads and make it very difficult for me to want to go out and actually film stuff, because I don't want to be associated with them. It's super fun. Like, before I was thinking of trying to talk to some people out on the street, especially locals who like live around here, but I'm not going to do that at all now because I don't want to put people in a position where they're like, oh, is this some kind of like weird prank? Because that Johnny Salami stuff, like, that made national news here. And so they call it meiwakuke, which is like troublesome. Oh, that's cool. Like troublesome live streamers. I mean, it'll blow over, yeah, but like for right now, it's very obnoxious. But like, normally stuff like that doesn't make the news. Japan is very conservative, so they don't have a lot of news about, like internet goings-ons and stuff like that. But that actually blew up here. Oh, people have thrown their trash into the river. How nice. And so, like, you would think that Johnny Salami getting tossed in jail for 23 days, like that would dissuade the next group of dickheads from doing anything similar, but they just didn't care. That's what leads me to believe that they actually bought tickets and they didn't actually jump the turnstile. I think they were just pretending. Like, I think this is a dead end. Oh, cool, it is a dead end. Okay, here we go. Here's an example. Look at this. We're gonna do a social experiment. Watch. I'm gonna walk up to this sign. Look at this sign. Wow, here's the train tracks. I want to go from where I am to over there. But this sign says, Tachiiri Kinshi. What should we do? I'm filming, I'm live right now. It would take maybe 5 minutes to walk around. But the sign says don't do that. And I'm live. And if I did that, it would be a crime. So, wait, I'm gonna turn around. What? I'm walking away from the sign. And look, this looks like private property. So I'm gonna keep walking. Let's keep walking. We did it. Look at that. I walked away from the sign. Guys, we did it. Can I get some pogs in the chat? We did it. Well, wait, this looks like a road that I could walk on. There's a person minding their own business early in the morning. We're gonna ignore the person. Look at that. We did it. I didn't bother that person while I'm live streaming. Can you believe it? What? Can you believe it? That's gotta be a new record. Don't get arrested any %. So epic, bros. We did it. That's actually probably a decent sign to learn. If you go back those 4 characters, Tachiiri Kinshi just means thou canst go in here. Like, that's a decent one to learn. Because some of these places out here, they're not like fully marked in English or anything. So it could be, if you didn't know what that sign meant, you probably wouldn't know any better. Other than, don't step on the train tracks. Blue-haired guy, they questioned him, but they let him go. Pogarinos, yeah. The thing is, Japan doesn't have any rules about like double, what's the one where you can't be charged for the same crime twice or whatever? Like, they will, if they want to arrest you, they're gonna do it. So you just got to be ready to not do that. Like, so that's the other flip side. Is like, if you look into the GoSend thing, where the guy, I forget, it was like Renault, and then maybe it was Toyota. I forget the company he worked for. Oh, Persimmons. Yo, Persimmons on stream. Can I get some pogs for the Persimmons? Persimmon. Double wheel 14. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. But you, if they find additional evidence or whatever, or if they just feel like they want to arrest you again, they'll do it. Here's another good sign to learn. Tomare means stop. Oh, look. Look, another, it's a gate, and it seems to be blocking me from walking in here. Tachi-iri wa go enryou kudasai. Huh. It almost sounds like they don't want me in there. That's weird. That's weird. We'll just not go in there. Yeah, we'll walk back to the river now. There's your school shot for all you anime fans. Did you know they have schools in Japan just like in anime? It's crazy. I do like the aesthetics of these crossings though. And look at that, we crossed the train tracks. Whoa, Japanese school, so epic. Whoa, bros. Yeah, that's the thing, it's like, I'm sure I could make horrible content like that and have it be more popular, but I can't do it. I can't do it. That's why I really want to get like better internet so I could actually like do a hike in the mountains. I really, really, really want Starlink in a backpack, because then I would actually be able to live stream like out in a woods. But hopefully pretty soon I will be able to take like overnight trips places that still have Wi-Fi. Oh, check it out, Japanese pigeons. Pog in the chat for Japanese pigeons, bros. And look, there's where we started. And we made it to the other side without breaking any laws. That's gotta be a new record. That's gotta be a new record. Let's see if we have a better view of Fuji here. I think we do. Yeah, there you go. So you can actually ride down this way and like get all the way around if you go through the mountains. It's pretty cool. Like that's the other thing. I was trying to do a live stream from the motorcycle, but even though the map showed 4G the whole way, I definitely didn't have 4G the whole way because it cut out a lot. Look at this, a nice path. And this is just my neighborhood, like the local neighborhood. Do Japanese pigeons think in Japanese? Dude, pigeons don't think at all. That's just straight up pigeon. Pigeons are dumb as shit the whole world over. That's cool. Nice. I'm surprised there's still flowers out. It's getting to be cold, so maybe they're like winter ones. And look, I'm not touching the flowers, I'm not taking them. Because they're probably somebody's property. I didn't steal anything today. I didn't do it. Stream literally the stream literally stopped the second I said cutting out a lot. Cool, that's great. You love to see it. Yeah, I didn't land that large deal I was thinking of to buy the streamer backpack, but hopefully I'm getting paid a lot more now. Like I got 2 more raises, so my workload has gone up kind of, but I also get paid a lot more. So I'll be able to afford to waste more money on streaming. It sucks because my interests overlap with places that are not conducive to streaming. I should probably see if I can actually do Fuji. Like, I had pretty decent internet for most of it. And I did live stream a little going up, but theoretically they have 4G the whole way up. Theoretically. I also should look into multi-streaming because I'm not sure, like, we seem to get very wildly different numbers for these depending on the stream. Like sometimes I average like 8 to 9 people, which seems pretty good, and then other times it's like 3 to 4. So I don't know how discoverability works or how people are finding the stream other than me just spamming it on Twitter. I need to like pay Patch to bother people into coming in so I can unlock subscribers and all that stuff. Or maybe I should just stream Mahjong instead. I think me and Dan are gonna stream a spooky game later this morning. It's very hard to read everything. Fuji should have a giant radio tower. Still stuck on 4G? No, I mean, I have 5G, but it's not as ubiquitous, right? So it's not everywhere. Also, I live, you know, in a small country town, not, you know, Tokyo. Tokyo's all 5G. If I went to Tokyo and stream 5G, I'd have no problems. I guess I will have to eventually do just a Tokyo stream or something. But that'll be after this all dies down, not now. I guess it would be interesting to do like walking between stations because everybody just gets on a train station and then goes to the next one and they never actually walk through the different towns, like from one big station to another. That could be interesting. What do you think? What do you guys think? You know, instead of going from Shinagawa to some other station, you just walk the distance between them. Some of the parks and stuff that are cool. Challenging random people in Japan to Mahjong. That's a good way to get stabbed. Like, if anybody's still playing Mahjong in Japan, it's the Yakuza. I watched Akagi. I don't want to die. I need a stream hype man to go into random like places, and that's the place from The World Ends With You. You know, you say that, but I played The World Ends With You before I came to Japan for the first time, and unironically it actually helped me navigate. Ducks. Check out the ducks. Like literally it helped me navigate. Just because I knew the different, like where each place linked up to. Same with Persona 5. Yeah, all the rice is regrowing. Make sure my phone doesn't fall out. Gozaimasu. And look at that, I didn't film that lady's face. Can you believe it? We didn't bother them. Big pog. Baba Gaboosh. I've been watching too much Doug. That's also something I think would be fun to do, is like a virtual tour guide, or even just helping other people, like VTubers or creators or whatever, actually get around Japan. Because I've seen some people take trips here and have like no idea what they're doing, and it seems very awkward. And I do enjoy translating. Log table? Huh? Where's the log table? I don't know what you're talking about. That is the spot to wait to challenge people. Hold on. Chat scrolled. Oh, stop. I'm not trying to delete the comment. I can't see. About 20 feet behind me on the riverside. Let me check. Look, I stepped over a fence, but this is a path, so it's okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, that is a challenge people spot. In fact, there's a guy coming up, but he's just having his morning walk. Whoa. Oh, that's a big heron. I don't know if you guys can see it. He's just out there, walking in the grass. Let's see if we can walk up to it without scaring it. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's pretty big. I'm gonna try to not scare it away. Look at that guy. That's cool. They hunt for like frogs and stuff in the rice fields. Yeah, look, you got one. Burb. Hey, burb. Ah, that's a sunrise. Gozaimasu. It also helps to be polite to people. Gozaimasu. What is that? Fix zoom. Can't do it. You scroll. Oh, it's zoomed super close. I don't know how to fix that. Hold on. Did that do it? No, maybe not. That's hilarious. Hold on. How's that? Is that fixed? Super close up? Oh no. Fixed it a little. I don't think I can unzoom it anymore. I'm trying. Oh, whoops. I think that might have killed it accidentally. Yeah, I'm not sure if the stream just died or not. It may have. Hold on, give me a second. One second. Transmission has been aborted. Oh, that's not good. Are we back? Are we fixed? Are we dead? Stream is dead. There he goes. Okay. I think we're fixed now. Yo, what up? Are we back? Now it's dead. How about now? Are we back? I think we're back. We are so back. Patch, I'm sitting on this bench and nothing happened. Nobody came up to challenge me. This is a ripoff. Look, I'm on a bench. No one has come up to challenge me. I want my money back, Patch. What do you mean nobody's coming to challenge me? Oh, there was, actually, this is a YouTube story you guys might not know about. There was a guy who was like a Japanese nationalist. This reminded me because we're walking along the riverside. He had a YouTube channel. I think his YouTube channel was Reiwa Takashi. And he would basically just like go around policing everybody, like especially like Chinese people in Japan who were like, doing like illegal farming and all sorts of stuff. And so there were like illegal Chinese farms along the riversides. And so like whole installations like with buildings and stuff just kind of built into the place. And so he would go up to them while filming and like really just kind of harass the shit out of them until they'd leave. And what was really funny about that guy is he had like a pretty big YouTube channel. It got deleted because YouTube policy doesn't like actually let you do that. Like you can't actually, regardless of who it is, you're not allowed to like get up in somebody's face and tell them this is Japan, you can't have your Chinese farm here. So they deleted his channel, but he had like the worst audio setup ever. Like no muffling, it was incredibly bad. But it was pretty funny. Well, this looks interesting. I've never actually been over here, across this bridge. It's like a lovely morning. It is a lovely morning. It was a lot foggier when I woke up, but the fog is mostly cleared. Also, it's hard for me to see chat because it's bright, like behind me. The light's coming from behind me. So I can't see your name. We're gonna cross this little road, bridge here. We saw Mount Fuji earlier. But yeah, I can't see my screen at all because the sun is right there and it is a deadly laser. Let's see if we can walk up these stairs that are inevitably going to be over this way. One of these days, I really do need to get better internet. Oh, vending machine out in the middle of nowhere. Time for an impromptu vending machine review. Let's get it, boys. All right. What are we working with? Let's see. Hold on. Anime fan. Yo, what up? So I don't have the briefcase with Mahjong inside. You gotta have the briefcase. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So we got Jim Strong. We got Ichigo Ore, strawberry Ore. Oh, we got a lot of hot drinks. That's interesting. We have sweet potato milk. That looks gross. Oshiruko, which is like red bean. We have, oh, okay, now this is, we have crab soup. That's really gross. But I've never actually seen a crab soup in vending machine. Okay. I don't know what that is. That like, that's Mizutake. What is that? Tori? It's like some kind of chicken soup. Crab soup drink. A crab soup can? Bro. I feel like I gotta do it for the content, right? You gotta buy crab soup in a can. I'm going to subject myself to this for your sake. But that sounds really disgusting. Is it really sold out? There's no way. Is crab soup sold out? That would be so disappointing. Crab soup is sold out. Can you believe it? Hold on, no way. Just to prove I'm not chickening out. Crab soup is sold out. That's wild. That is absolutely wild. The chowder. I can't believe people bought it. It must be like good. I just got a crappy off-brand energy drink for later. It's a nice bamboo shrine. These are pretty cool. We'll walk up this way. People leave little offerings and things for them. Let's see. I said earlier, it's a bummer these streamers acting fully because, yeah, right? Chowder. It is a bummer because there's so much nice stuff about Japan and so many cool little places that you could go to. But instead of doing that, people are like, oh, I'm just gonna be a jackass in Tokyo. Like, I'm gonna get drunk, and they go to like the cheapest places, they do the same things, and then they take advantage of Japan's hospitality to be jerks about it. It's like, cool. Why don't you just stay the fuck home then, right? Like, there's no reason to come to Japan to do that. Like I demonstrated earlier, we successfully avoided breaking the law and going into a place where you're not supposed to, and it wasn't even that hard. There was a second there where I thought, maybe I should film myself committing a crime, but then I didn't do it. Minna meiwaku, yeah. Minna meiwaku. Which is everybody's annoying or a jackass. Let's see, what time is it? I'll probably keep going for a little bit longer, but like I said, it's going to be a shorter one today. 7:30, about an hour or so. Oh, mikan. It looked like minna to me. Mikan meiwaku. That would be meiwaku na mikan. Would be annoying orange. But like, look, here's an interesting spot. And it's open. We can walk here. There's no signs that say don't walk here. So let's just walk up this path. That's a really nice view. That's a really nice view. Wow, you can see it's really clear today, surprisingly. Whole second ridge of mountains over there. Like if I had internet up there, I would stream like climbing those, but that's a little bit too difficult at this point. Oh shit, more persimmons. Persimmons on stream. Yo, can I get some pogs in the chat for the persimmons? And there's like a deep bamboo forest in here. That's cool. Yeah, the view is great. If you want to see a really good view from, check out last week's stream. The end of that, I uploaded it as a video as well. But the end of that one, there's an amazing view of Fuji, like the best I've ever seen, personally. So you can actually just walk around without bothering people and still see cool stuff in Japan. Who would have thought? Yo, persimmons. What's funny is I don't even like persimmons. I think they're gross. I'm just kind of seeing where this path goes now because it kind of looped us up above from where we were walking before. There's a lot of these just like random paths that lead through the woods and through different areas. Some of them end up being dead ends to private property though. So when that's the case, you just kind of turn around. Huh, there's like a fancy building over here. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe it's like a community center. Must be. It was a great view. I was really surprised because normally you can't see Fuji that well at all. Like it's pretty rare. And I didn't bring my GPS today because we're just walking around my neighborhood, so it's not like I can get lost here. I know exactly where everything is for the most part. Sun. Oh, I see. I think this leads to maybe a graveyard or something. If that's the case, I'm not going to film a graveyard, but we'll see. I think of this view here, though. That's pretty nice. Ooh, there's a spider web. I forget the name. It's like a, Patch might remember the name. Patch can probably look it up. It's that long-haired girl from the shrine again. Yeah. Hanako. Patch, what is the name of that spooky game we're gonna play? Or me, Marcus, and Dan. It's not Mahjong. Oh, it does look like this is just a graveyard. I don't think it leads to anything else. Alright, we'll turn around. I'll see if I can give you guys one last good view to end it on. I think we had a good early morning chill stream. I'll probably think up something a little better for next one, but I was exhausted this week. Oh, here we go. This is nice. Here's a really nice spot. There you go. Sleepy, early morning Japan. Lethal Company. You ain't playing no spooky game? Yeah. So, here you go. I'm going to end the stream here. I'll send me some messages or like at me on Twitter if you have an idea for like next week, but today was kind of just short. I was feeling a little under the weather, didn't sleep, so just an early morning walk. And we didn't get arrested, so that was the main goal. So watch the second I end the stream, we will the cops will show up for filming. All right, see you guys later. Let me end this. Peace.